Welcome to this bonus episode of Story District Presents. In Season 1, we brought you a story from Andrea Jones about a memorable experience in the classroom.
In just a minute, class, I'm going to be passing out the assignment. I'm going to be walking to your desk with tiny steps.
If you haven't heard it, you have to go back and listen to it. It's the episode called Saving Face. Now, during our conversation in that episode, Andrea mentioned another story she told on the Story District stage for our annual show at Outspoken.
So, being gay is something that people realize at different points in their life. For me, it took a really long time. I had fun sort of poking at how long it took me and how obvious it was to everyone else that I was gay, even to the point where I had a party with a boob theme.
We thought you might want to hear it. Here's that story for you now.
My wife and I sometimes have these debates about who is more gay. She'll be like, look at you. You're wearing a sports bra. You got no plans to exercise. And that table saw you bought, your excitement about that table saw is beyond gay. And I'll be like, oh yeah? Well, you're more gay because you love all this. That's right. You love my tools. See, conversations like this make it hard to believe that I was straight married to a man for 12 years. Yeah, see, sometimes it's not that you're afraid to come out, it's just that it takes you a very, very long time to realize things about yourself. See, I grew up in Indiana, and I didn't know a single other gay person, at least that I knew of. The only allusion to lesbians that I had heard of was in Prince's Purple Rain album. Pour a little out, for Prince. I don't know if you remember this song where two women are talking to each other. Wendy. Yes, Lisa. Is the water warm enough? Yes, Lisa. Shall we begin? Yes, Lisa. And I was like, ooh, that's interesting. But, these are not real people, These are like celebrity, bath-taking lesbians. These are not, not in my world. And, but I didn't have a frame of reference growing up, but there were definitely signs, after the age of 4, I refused to wear a dress, and, I wouldn't touch a doll with a 10-foot pole, And I played a lot of softball. Any gay ladies out there play softball? Yeah, that's right. It's like a gateway sport. I should have known. But growing up, I reached my 20s, and I met my husband. And he really did feel like a best friend to me. And we built a life, We moved to Atlanta together. We bought a house. I started coaching softball. And watching so many lesbian movies late at night. But, we also had a lot of fun together. We had a good time. And we supported each other through all those times in your 20s and 30s when you're trying to figure out your life and your career. That's why it was really hard to leave him. But I finally did, and at the age of 36, I finally had enough self-awareness and courage to tell myself and him that I was gay. Yeah. But after you do that, after you tell yourself, then you have to tell your friends. And that's really, really nerve-wracking. One of the first groups of friends that I told were some gay friends, because I figured they would be really understanding. But there was a small part of me that thought, well, maybe they're going to think I'm a fraud because, how gay can you be when you wait till you're 36? But I did. I got them together. We were at a friend of mine's house in her living room. There were about 6 people gathered around, and I said, something to tell you guys. Patrick and I, we broke up. And they said, I'm sorry, are you okay? And I said, yeah, I mean, it's hard, but I think I'll be okay. And they just waited for me to tell them the reason. And I said, so here's the thing, I'm pretty sure that I'm gay. And they said, oh, honey, we knew. We've known for a long time. And I said, what do you mean you knew? I mean, come on, like, I don't exude a gay vibe. They said, all right, well, let's take a little inventory, right? You're wearing an REI bag instead of a purse. Those loafers, like, I don't even know what those shoes are. That's right, they are comfortable, thank you. And she said, and what about that party you threw last year? I mean, that party was like a cry for help. And I was like, the party was a fun party, but that was not gay. That was not a gay party, So maybe you all can help me figure this out. So let me explain. The party, it happened at the end of the summer. It was August. It wasn't anybody's birthday. I really wanted to have a theme party. So I searched the internet for things that you could celebrate in August. And after a couple of hours, I saw that the first week in August is actually, you may not know this, International Breastfeeding Awareness Week. And I thought, breasts, awareness. All right, so this is it. I'm gonna have a breastfeeding awareness party. Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't? It's educational. So I just started right to work. I was like, I gotta get party favors, I gotta get decorations. And you might think, oh, did you go to Babies R Us? No, I went to 3 different porn stores. To just get the right gear. You gotta get the right gear. And when the first person to arrive was my best friend, Lenore, and I was so excited. And she was walking up the sidewalk, and the first thing that she saw was this giant poster, 5 foot long, that I'd taped to the front of my house. It was a picture of a topless woman massaging her own breast and feeding her baby. She said, wow, you really went all out. Yes, I did. The other guests started to arrive, and all my hard work was starting to pay off. I had everything laid out. I had these little wind-up hopping boobs on the table, and I had these squirting the boobs that squirted water. And then I had these nipple beer can toppers that were really awesome. And I'm just handing people beers. Really, I spent good money on this stuff. And they were like, you want us to drink out of these? And I was like, yes, it's a celebration of breastfeeding. I didn't understand. I also had boob-themed food, too. I made these amazing boob cupcakes with carefully constructed areolas made of icing. There was vanilla, there was mocha, there was chocolate. It was like multicultural Hooter rainbow. You might be wondering if there was a signature cocktail, and yes, there was. The breast milk pina colada. That you could sort of gently massage out of the dispenser. Now, my husband, you remember him. Yeah. He thought that the whole, he's American straight man. He thought the whole boob theme was actually like kind of awesome. And lots of the other men at the party did too. But I think some of the women were mixed. You know, some of them thought it was really funny, and others were just like, I don't know, kind of weirded out by the whole thing. I mean, I didn't even have a baby. You know, missing element. I remember making awkward small talk with this coworker that I had. She was asking me for baking tips. She said, "So these chocolate cupcakes, how did you get the nipples so hard?" I said, "I'm so glad you asked, because it was not easy." First I had to melt the chocolate chips until they were just soft enough to form into shapes, and then I had to mold them gently into perfect, perky little nipples. Do you want one? She didn't want one. So by the end of the night, there were pictures of me in front of the giant poster, pretending to suckle from the 2-foot-wide jugs of the topless woman. Sometimes it takes you a while to realize your truth. You know, whatever that truth is. You know, but here's what I think. It's better late than never, right? Yeah. And today, I am married to the most amazing, intelligent woman with boobs. And at my house, it is a boob party every day.
That's it for this bonus episode of Story District Presents. Thank you so much for listening. And if you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, leave a review, tell your friends, and most importantly, keep listening. Visit our website, storydistrict.org, to find pictures and links related to this episode. And while you're there, get tickets to one of our live shows, pitch a story of your own, sign up for a class, or hire our fantastic consulting team for your business or organization. Story District Presents is supported in part by funding from the D.C. Commission on the Arts and Humanities. Our show is produced by Lizzie Peabody, Ronald Young Jr., Alana Nevins, Nick Hill, Tim St. Clair, and Jackson Bierfeld. I'm Amy Sedman, and this is Story District Presents. We'll see you next time.